Hey, hi. In this video, we are going to learn about the functions of an operating system that provides a user-friendly, convenient, and efficient environment to our system. So let's see what's the first function of an operating system. So it is memory management. So in this function, we will see how the main memory, which is RAM of our system, is managed among the different applications that are running on our system. So let's say you as a user have an RAM in your system in which already two processes are running. Now you need to run two more processes in this RAM. So to run these processes in the RAM, you need to allocate them the memory. Right? So how the memory is allocated to them? So it is the operating system which handles the allocation of memory to the different applications or processes. So what operating system will do? It will map the memory, which is map the empty memory in the RAM to the processes, and then assigns them the required memory. So this is the first step of the allocation of memory to these applications in the RAM. Now let's say you want to close those applications. So then after closing, you want the memory that is allocated to those processes should be freed as well. So basically you want deallocation of memory from those applications. So this is also handled by the operating system. The memory allocated to those applications will be deallocated in this way. So we can say it is the operating system which manages allocation and deallocation of the memory for the processes. Let's see the second functionality, which is the process management. So first consider the processes as the tasks or jobs, or you can say the programs that will be executed by the CPU. So these processes are also handled by the operating system. The operating system uses an algorithm to manage the resources that will be used by the processes. So let's say you have three processes, P1, P2 and P3, and these processes needs to be executed by the CPU. So it is the operating system which handles these processes and assigns them the CPU in a uniform and in an efficient manner, and also makes sure that all the processes will have equal chances to get executed by the CPU. The operating system assigns the CPU to the processes. So the next functionality is input-output device management. So let's say you are working on one of the document inside your computer system, and then you want that document to be printed out. So what do you need to print that document? An access to the printer. So how that printer will be assigned to the application on which you are working? It is the operating system that provides access to that provides the access of the printer to that application, and then you can print your document out. we can say it is the operating system that manages all the input-output devices and provides access to the applications or processes running on the computer system. Now let's see the examples of these input-output devices. Among input devices, we have mouse and keyboard, and among the output devices, we have printer. Now let's see the other functionality of the operating system. It is file management. There are various files, folders, and directories in our computer system. These all are managed by the operating system. It is the operating system that manages them in the memory using file allocation table. This table stores the details of the files like file name, file size, or file type, etc. Also, one more benefit of this functionality is, let's say you have a file having a top secret information and have the access to that file. So let's say you want to access those secret files, then the operating system will allows you to access it. But if some unknown person wants to access those files, then operating system will not allow that unauthorized access. Now let's see the last functionality of the operating system, which is a virtual memory. Let's say you have a process which have a size which is even larger than your RAM. Then how will you allocate the memory to this process? Obviously it's not possible to allocate memory required by this process. So how will operating system will help us in executing this process? What operating system will do is to pick only the specific parts of the process and allocates them the memory from the RAM. Now after executing those parts, operating system will swap out them from the RAM, and then operating system will swap in the other parts of the process. So in this way, the whole big process can be executed in chunks, and which will be done by the operating system. If you want to learn more about the virtual memory, then I am providing you the link in the description, which you can check it out. So let's summarize what we have learned so far. So the first functionality of the operating system is memory management. So in this, operating system manages the allocation and deallocation of the memory for the processes. Next one is process management. In this, operating system uses some kind of algorithms to provide an uniform and efficient access to the resources of the system, to the processes, to the multiple processes running on our system. The third one is input-output device management. In this, operating system provides access to the input-output devices of our system, to the applications or processes running in our system. Next is file management. In this functionality, operating system manages all our files, folders, or directories available in our memory. Also, operating system safeguards our files from unauthorized access. And the last one is virtual memory. In this, operating system takes care of the case when the size of the process is even larger than the size of the RAM, by executing the process in chunks of small sizes. So thanks for watching this video.